Hello everybody, today we're gonna look at the difference between Google Earth and SpaceEngine. So we're gonna look at the Earth on Google Earth and then look at it on SpaceEngine, and we're gonna do that same thing with Mars and the Moon. So we're gonna start with Earth. This is Google Earth right here. Here is the Earth. This view from space is actually pretty good. The Milky Way background is all right. The detail doesn't look super good on that, but overall the planet detail is pretty good. But once you get closer, kind of like this, the ocean, like I don't know why it's, I think these are depth markers. It like is showing how deep the ocean is, but it kind of looks like there's like scratches in the ocean, like all this stuff. So I'm assuming the lighter blues are going to be higher elevation under the water, and then the darker blues, the deeper it gets. The deepest spots are going to be these, maybe. So that is the Earth from space, and you can see like the tropicalness of this area. So one thing that I already know Google Earth is going to be better at is when you get like super close. So if we get all the way down here, how do we go 3D mode? Yes, see, the ability to see this kind of detail is obviously going to be a lot better in Google Earth, but I think the planetary view is still going to be a lot better in SpaceEngine. And also with Google Earth, we can do street views. So let's, I don't know, right here. If you live in Kansas, if this is your house, comment down below. Oh, okay. What are the chances we'd go here? Who took this picture? It's like the person who lives here. Okay, there's actually a person here, and there's cats. There are cats. There's not gonna be any cats on SpaceEngine. I already know that. He's wearing Nikes. Okay. So if you live there and that was you, I'll pin you. You have to prove it though. DM me on Discord. So blue is anywhere we can go. So let's drop it here. Let's see where it takes us this time. Okay, we went to New York. This is like the coast. Oh, right on the water. Okay, there's a little bit of a tearing there. So we're in a photosphere. Okay, shadow. Let's see. Oh, we can't see the shoes this time. They like stood here to like get a beautiful 3D picture of the sunset, and then they messed it up. How like bad too. It like go like break here, and break here. How could you mess it up that bad? It looks completely fine all the way around here, and then you get to this part, right? Where I'm sure this is where they wanted it to be. Mess it up. That sucks. This is actually pretty fun. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. Okay, we'll do one more, and then we'll go. Okay, let's go to Australia, and then we're gonna go look at it on SpaceEngine. Okay, looks like we went to a lake this time. Whoa. Okay, why is the quality so bad? Okay, now we're gonna go look at it on SpaceEngine, and we will compare. All right, here it is. Here's Earth. Wow, already it looks more real. Like Google Earth looks more like they took pictures and put them together, and this looks more like a real planet that you're looking at. The space view is just awesome, and if we turn on that HDR lighting, we can see the Milky Way in the background, and it does look nicer than the one on Google Earth because it's actually a real like it's not even a background. This is real. You can go fly into it. So here's Earth, and I know that from space it looks good, but I know once we start to get closer, some things it will load well, like the water is actually going to be water instead of depth maps. Like even like a view like this does look better on SpaceEngine, I think. And with just like vague parts of the world, like Rocky Mountains, you are going to be able to see the mountains, but you're not going to be able to get super fine detail like what it actually looks like. So you see, once you get really close like this, like the detail just kind of stops, and it just kind of like blurs it out almost, even though it will load like flowers on the ground. But you can tell this isn't really Earth. It just is like a texture that it makes up for it. But from space, the view is really awesome. And we get like realistic sunsets and other things that are pretty cool. Like if we go land here, yeah, you can see the sunsets. Like you're not going to get a sunset on Google Earth. And also we get certain things in the sky that you wouldn't be able to see on Google Earth. Like we can actually see clouds and stuff and the moon from the surface. Boom. See? So we're on the surface of Earth right now at night, and you can actually see the moon from Earth. Which you definitely can't see in Google Earth. So SpaceEngine's gonna be a lot more realistic in your outer space view and planetary scales, but Google Earth is where you're gonna want the detail of the surface of Earth. So there's Earth. So now we're gonna go back to Google Earth and look at the moon. Okay, here we are. I actually had to download Google Earth Pro to be able to view the sphere of the moon. Here it is. Here's the moon on Google Earth. You can see it's kind of like low poly. Like you can see it's not perfectly spherical. And I'm sure that's because they took closer images that they have of the moon and then like kind of connected them all together. So you can see immediately this area looks very out of place. It's like they have much higher quality images right here. And out here, they only have like satellite stuff. And the top and the bottom, well, Moon Impact Probe 2008, I guess. Oh, look, it shows you where certain things happened. So it looks like there was an impact there. So can we like search for the Apollo 11 Apollo missions right here? Okay, so it's telling me right here. This is where Apollo 11 landed. So you can't do this on SpaceEngine. This will tell you exactly where it is. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. It looks like this area is mapped out a little better. Oh, they even have the lunar lander up to the, and they can actually, they show where the flag is. That's right here. And the TV camera they set up here. This is actually pretty cool. And I guess this is where the astronauts walked around. Is that their footprints? Can you see those? Oh, okay. Oh, we're like in Google Street View on the moon. Pretty cool. Okay, so here's like the quality of the ground and stuff from Google Street View. But let's zoom out a little bit more. So I do think that SpaceEngine is going to really be much, much better than Google Earth or Google Moon, I would say. Is this like a mountain? How close can we do ground level right here? No, maybe not. But that looks like a mountain because look how long that shadow goes out. And what is black bars? It's probably the aliens. Yeah, look, that looks like a person. See, that's its head and then arm, and then you can't see the other arm and then legs. So yeah, so it is cool that you can see the areas of different activities that have happened. Luna 8, Luna 9, Luna 7, 1965. Those are pretty old. Okay, now let's go see what it looks like in SpaceEngine. All right, and here's the SpaceEngine moon. The detail is already so much better. Like it doesn't have that weird strip. It actually looks like it would look like if you went and saw it, which is so crazy. And the detail when you zoom in too, like these craters, it's gonna like, the detail is so good. So I really love the moon in SpaceEngine because it's probably the most realistic model of the moon that you can find and actually explore. So you can see, I think right here, it has a higher definition image that it's using. And then out here, it's not, but it doesn't look like it if you're not looking for it. It blends things a lot better. I think a Google Earth and SpaceEngine hybrid would be really cool. Imagine the planetary view of Earth from SpaceEngine, and then you could actually go down on the surface of Earth and see it like you do in Google Earth. That'd be so cool. And also the ability to actually go land anywhere you want and actually see the depth of these craters and such is really neat. And being able to see real sky objects, like there's Andromeda from the moon, and you can see Earth right there. Even its city lights glowing. Really cool. So we actually can see the Apollo 11 site on here too. Right here, the Eagle has landed. So there actually is a lunar lander. And if you compare this one to the one in Google Earth, you'll see that this one's a ton more detailed. Like, look at that. The detail on the model is really good. The craters, once you get like a decent ways away, like you can see the moon. Like here is the moon. And then you can just like zoom in on the landing spot, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so there's the moon in SpaceEngine. Now we're gonna go look at Mars on Google Earth. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's Google Mars. The quality on that's like disgusting. It's gonna be so much better on SpaceEngine. It looks like they're trying really hard to just like take what up close pictures they have and mix them together. But it would be so much better if they just took like a far away picture that we do have and use that. And then once you zoom in, start to use these better areas. Whoa, what is all of this? Are these areas where this might be areas that rovers have surveyed? No, I think they're too far away from each other for that. It looks like this darker area has been like studied more, and that's why they have all this and they're like labeling that. But Mars is pretty cratered. You can see that. But yeah, this looks like from here, it looks terrible. It's only when you get really, really close on a high definition part like this, where it actually looks decent. And like, I guess there's some of them that are in black and white and the quality's better on that. So yeah, like what is this? There's a hiking trail here. We're gonna go hiking here. Can't even see it. So it looks like we can see the ice a little bit. And we have another hiking trail if you wanna go hike on Mars. This always happens on spheres. You get really stretched right at the ends because it has to like pull a flattened texture down. I'm sure it's like that on the North Pole too. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can find Olympus Mons right here. This is going to be Olympus Mons. So this is the tallest mountain in the solar system, and it looks very bad on Google Earth. You can see it's like sectioned out. So I am excited to see what this is going to look like on SpaceEngine. So let's go to that. Yes. Okay. So much better already. It doesn't look like a jumbled mess. It actually looks like a planet, not just a bunch of different pictures put together. Wow. You can actually see there's an atmosphere too. You can see the cloud layer. So let's go check out the detail on Mars from SpaceEngine versus Google Earth. So here's like a little canyon. So this is actually Valles Marineris, which is the biggest canyon in the solar system. But over here, you can see there's a lot of other valleys and canyons and stuff. And you can actually like zoom in on these, go land on them. Like, check this out. I just think SpaceEngine's so much better for the other planets. Like Google Earth is good for Earth, but it's actually not very good at all, I would say, for the Moon or Mars. SpaceEngine is so much better in pretty much every way. I would not know why you would ever want to see a Google Moon versus SpaceEngine Moon, or Google Mars versus SpaceEngine Mars. The SpaceEngine Mars is so much better. I definitely think this is the best way to look at the planet that is currently available to us. And so let's see Olympus Mons. You can see is right here. Here's that mountain that we saw that was like chopped up earlier. Look how much better it looks. It looks like a real thing now. Instead of looking like those weird chunks of pictures, it actually looks like a real mountain. And you can actually go and see the scale of it, which you cannot see on Google Mars. You can see that the top of Olympus Mons actually reaches through the atmosphere into outer space. And you can see that here with the atmosphere. So if you look at the thickness of the air, you can see the air is like dusty almost and yellowish. And here's Olympus Mons. And if we go land on top, the atmosphere is gone or almost gone. So it's peeking into outer space. And there's not really a way to even see that anywhere except SpaceEngine, I would say. Also with SpaceEngine, we have the ability to look at Mars's moons. So you can see one of them right here. So this one's Phobos, which is Mars's closer moon. And we can see Phobos, land on Phobos, and then look at the surface of Mars. So here's Phobos, and we can see what Mars would look like from Phobos, which is so cool to me. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you next time.